Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Shovel Knight playthrough. This is the last part of the Plague of Shadows campaign. Yeah, we're going to, finish up the rest of this game here. So, before we do that though, we're going to go back to town for one reason. We do have all the Cipher Coins now, and if we give all the Cipher Coins to Percy... Great, Geldings! Is that all the Cipher Coins? Give me those. Let's throw caution to the wind and do some science. This will give us the Pandemonium Chalice, a bizarre chalice. Could anyone know more about it? Well, it's finished, but it seems useless. Pity, since you collected all those coins. Anyway, here you go. It's not useless, though. Let's get that right. It's not useless. I don't have a... Well, actually, I do. Hold on. I have to actually give these, because I don't think I've turned in a lot of these. So, if we do this... Also, I think we can just use... Oh, no, we got them all. Let's go ahead and buy the rest of these. So we're full on all the tonics. And, yeah, I think we're pretty much stocked. But before we do that, there are a couple things I'm going to do. I'm probably going to keep my outfit, but I do want to showcase the last thing we can get. The Trapple King obviously knows a lot about chalices, so let's see what he has to think about this chalice. Mortal, a Pandemonium Chalice? Impossible. I thought they'd all been destroyed long ago. Allow me to gaze into its swirling vortex and hold still for a moment as I grant you a new power. This will give you the Pandemonium Cloak, a mercurial, unstable, and ever-changing garment. So basically, while you're wearing this, the properties of not only, like, Plague Knight himself, but even his bombs will actually change, like, while you're... wearing this. It's honestly a pretty cool extra. It's something I could see like maybe people testing themselves with in maybe like a New Game Plus playthrough where you can basically try to see, like, just play with only the Pandemonium Cloak and see how far you can get. But I'm not going to do that, so let's just go back to what we were wearing. I normally would go back to the original costume, but the reason why I'm not is I don't want to... The next section, or the next boss, rather, is really, really tough. And it's something where I want to not get knocked around. So I feel like wearing this is probably for the best. But yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff we can do here on the overworld map. So all we have left now is the final stage, the Tower of Fate's question mark. So let's go there and see what we can do. But we have to play through all the motion. Oh, also, I gotta change my bombs back to what they were before. I think it's that one. Okay, that seems right. I'm gonna also change to this in case things get a little hairy here. We have the Mega Man wall boss. I think we did pretty good there. Only got hit once. But, as you know, there are things to do. So let's go to the left so we can get the last remaining items and collectibles. Thankfully, I feel like this section's a little safer with Plague Knight because you have the double jump. So now we have all the music sheets, so we're good there. But of course, we have this section. God. Once we get... Yeah. Oh, God. I was going to say, once we got solid ground, we're fine, but that actually was not true. So thankfully, we managed to recover there. Okay, so let's take on the Enchantress. Plague Knight. Ah, so your fool's errand draws to a close. Hehe. You know what? I'm after Enchantress, and how important this is. Do not speak to me of importance. Your quest is folly. You'll never be anything more than you are. So you've come to rob me of my essence, to shape the world to your whim? Essence is insignificant to me, but you, my servant, must be reminded of your place. My place is by Mona's side, and you won't stop me. If you insist on dancing with death, then I shall take the lead. Okay, so Enchantress, this fight is awful with Plague Knight. Just because of the bottomless pit below you. Like, you'll naturally just destroy the blocks as you're doing this. And that's what makes this difficult. And when she goes down here, it's even worse, because you just kind of have to wait until she comes back up. So honestly, my strategy is, until she comes back up, just try to avoid her. And don't even bother with trying to... I'm honestly not doing too bad. No! Oh my god, she had like half health left. Oh, damn it. Oh, I had that. I had that, guys. The thing is, I pressed the item button, but I forgot that I didn't have the platform equipped. And the cool thing about these bombs is those bombs do like a lot of damage. They do like a whole piece of health. But yeah, just expect that to happen. Just it's hard because you want to be aggressive because playing with Plague Knight's awful, but you really can't afford to get too aggressive either. Ugh. See, that's kind of nice. I got some extra hits on her right there because she went through that one bomb. See, now this is... Ugh. Yes! Nice. Killing you would be a waste of my energy and of a powerful alchemist. I'll make use of you yet, Plague Knight. Take what you will, make your potion, but what you truly desire will always elude you. I'll take it. So we get all the essences together. No, stop your assault, Plague Knight. Look, I've brought someone. Plague Knight, come to your senses. You don't need to go through with this. Mona, you don't understand. I was too weak to say it before, but now I can show you I'm good enough. Black Knight told me everything. You don't need a potion to win me over. You already have. What? But it's too late. I already defeated the Enchantress and began the final distillation. I was too late. I must go after her. You two touch nothing until I return. Where is all this power coming from? This wasn't in our notes. The essences are reacting unpredictably. Watch out! Hey, it's Plague Knight. So we do fight Plague Knight after all. Maybe not in the same exact way that you'd expect, but... And we got him. Or did we? Okay then. Are those money bags from like a previous attempt? Guess they'd have to be. Wasn't ready for that. Ow. Let's just fill up on everything. crap. I'm out of mana! There we go. You did it. The reaction is stabilized. Wow, there it is. The ultimate potion. Well, are you going to drink it now? Heh, I don't think I need it anymore, Mona. But we must take it with us. It's all we've been working for. My future as an alchemist is riding on it. Wait, I just got an idea. You know how much energy is contained in this potion, right? Yeah, heh. This much boom could easily level the whole tower. And be seen for miles in all directions. Mona, I love the way you think. The bigger the explosion, the better the alchemist. Those bumbling townsfolk would throw us a parade. We could practice alchemy anywhere we want. We wouldn't have to hide away anymore. But you're holding a potion that can give you anything you could ever want. Are you sure about this? I already have everything I could ever want. Let's blow this joint. Hell yeah. Okay, well, we did it, guys. So when we go through the credits, I'll give my final thoughts again. Honestly, I think you might be surprised by my final thoughts. So yeah, we see actually a different epilogue here now. An epilogue more fitting of Plague Knight's story, I guess you could say. Which I think is kind of a nice touch, because it does kind of show that even though you largely play through the same game, like, different stuff still technically happens in the story. I'm like, hey, we had a new frickin' end boss, for crying out loud. That was pretty cool. It was just like a giant robot of, or not really robot, but a giant weird demon of Plague Knight, I guess, but it was something. Jeez, Plague Knight just assassinated Treasure Knight there. At least in Shovel Knight's story, like, Treasure Knight got, like, some kind of treasure. Well, what's that? Percy was kind of, showing a little bit of interest in the Magicist, it seemed like. Or was it her showing interest in him? I don't know, we'll have to find out. Oh wow, I guess Shovel Knight teamed up with the Wandering Heroes. That's interesting. Aurora Borealis. I know that's not exactly what that is, but again. Also, look, Black Knight and Polar Knight kind of hanging out together. I mean, they also both use shovels, so there's probably some kind of history there. Oh boy, look at this. That's nice. They got to go on their date. You're back. You're alive. Wonderful. I'm going to assume that explosion was your handiwork? Yep, that crusty old tower was an eyesore anyway. Amazing. I didn't get any rocks thrown at me today. I think the townspeople are actually grateful. Listen, Plague Knight, I know you made all those potions and blew everything up, all to impress me. I'm so flattered, really I am. I have to make a confession, though. You're not my type. I'm so sorry. You see, I've fallen for a real man. Guys, the villagers are all in the juice bar, and they want to buy us around. Let's go. That sounds lovely, but I think we'll catch up later. There is science to be done. Mona? Let's get started, Plague Knight. There's no telling what we'll brew up next. Science, eh? Okay, well that's Plague of Shadows. So as far as my final thoughts on this, like I said, you guys might be a little surprised based on my overall feelings about this. Because, yeah, I definitely struggled with this. I definitely had a lot of trouble with this, and I definitely don't prefer this compared to the main campaign. But honestly, I have so much respect for this mode existing, because, you know, it gets what it promises. It says it's a much different campaign that's a lot harder, which it is, because Plague Knight definitely controls a lot different than Shovel Knight. And, you know, despite going through all the same stages again, you still are essentially playing what feels like a new game, and I think that's incredible. Again, like I said it before, I'll say it again, it reminds me a lot of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is one of those old retro games that always sticks in my mind, because I always remember loving that, you know, it was a full-length Sonic adventure where you could play as different characters, and there were differences as you went through all the stories, and I thought that was really cool. This is kind of the same type of thing, where, you know, you have this whole world, all the stages are, you know, pretty much the same, but just getting through the stages feels different, and there's even, like, little changes and nuances as you go throughout. Heck, even Plague Knight had, like, different, like, special stages than what Shovel Knight had, because, you know, obviously he didn't have the same relics that Shovel Knight has. So, it's honestly really cool that a mode like this does exist, and that's what I really appreciate about this. But, again, like I said, this is probably my least favorite of the 4 stories, if I'm being quite honest. It's cool, it has some really nice features. Plague Knight has some interesting controls and gimmicks to them. But, oh my god, it's really, really difficult to kind of use all of those. You have to definitely know, like, while you're menuing, you need to get the menuing done properly. You need to know which bombs and which casings, which fuses are optimal for different sections. It's a lot to comprehend, and for my liking in a platforming game, it's more than I want to think about, basically. But it's definitely really cool, and I have to give the game credit for that, for, you know, having a mode like this that's pretty unique, despite, again, being the same basic game. But as you can see, deaths were very common. I think I easily died 3 times, if not even more than that, the amount of times I died in Shovel Knight's campaign. It's just so much more of a harder game. It's really difficult. So, if you want to play Plague of Shadows, definitely recommend you play Shovel Knight's campaign first, just to get a feel for the basic gameplay and the levels and everything. And, you know, definitely use the burst power that slows down your descent when you're floating, because that makes a lot of stuff a lot easier. Get familiar with switching items and using the platform beaker thing, because that'll save your life in a lot of those stages. I couldn't use that optimally, obviously, but it's definitely something you want to do if you want to master this gameplay for sure. This is so sweet. Both Mona and Plague Knight have their dance, after all. And there we go. The end. So that is 2 stories of Shovel Knight completed. But there are still 2 more. So I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I think I am going to keep on continuing with Shovel Knight. But starting next week, I think I'm going to move Shovel Knight to maybe a Tuesday, Thursday upload schedule. Because I do kind of want to start another project, and we're kind of getting to the point where you guys, understand what to expect from this game. You basically know what we're going to be spending time doing, so I think we can kind of just casually move these to a Tuesday, Thursday upload schedule, and actually get moving on some other new projects, because I do want to complete this game this year, but I don't want to be spending like 4 months straight on this game either, when I'm only doing like 2 projects at a time. So that's how things are going to progress. It's going to be a little more content on the channel, which that's honestly not a bad thing. I feel like I can handle it right now. It's a game I'm definitely familiar with as I'm playing more of this game, so yeah, I think that's how we're going to be basically progressing with this game. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time when we start another new story, where I think we're actually going to be moving on to the Spectre of Torment next. So should be interesting, should be fun. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.